Hey, this is Steve Caballero, and we're at Lake Cunningham Skate Park in San Jose, California. And today I'm going to teach you rock and roll board slides. So let's take a roll. So today we're going to learn rock and roll board slides, but before you actually do a rock and roll board slide, you have to learn rock and rolls. And rock and roll was a trick that was invented up here in Northern California by a pro skateboarder named Tim Martin. And from there, a couple of years later, a couple skaters, Steve Olson and Chris Stropel, started to slide them. And they would slide, 2 or 3 blocks across the top instead of just doing a stationary rock and roll. And that caught my interest after I learned rock and rolls and saw that you could slide them. And at that time, rails were pretty popular, and for one, we used rails to help protect the graphic of the board, and also to slide farther, because less resistance. That's why I ride rails today, because I like doing long board slides, super fun, and my graphic stays on for more than a day. But normally on a regular rock and roll, you kind of go up straight and you rock it like this, and you push pressure down on your tail and lift up on your front and bring it back in. And that would be kind of like a normal rock and roll. But when you want to start sliding, you kind of want to go at an angle. So instead of going straight up to the top of it, you would kind of be going at this kind of an angle. And you roll up sideways and kind of lay the board down like this, and as you have the momentum of your speed, you would start sliding. And as you're sliding, you kind of have to balance yourself, because you could either be too far this way where your wheels start to rub, and then that will cause you to stop. And if you are too far in, then you probably won't slide as far. So it's just really getting that balance in the middle, and kind of like when guys are doing handrails, they kind of find that balance, and they lock in, and then they can go kind of far. And that's kind of the same thing with the rock and roll board slide in a bowl, is you want to find that really good balance, and then you can just lock in, slide, and when you're ready to come in, you just push down on the tail, lift up, and then drop back down. And the faster you go, the farther you go. But with anything, with speed, there comes a danger factor of like slipping out if you're leaning too far back, or if you stick, falling forward. I've done it all with this trick. But yeah, it's a fun trick. I love it, and you can always push yourself to go farther and farther, and it's one of the tricks I always use in my routine.